It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we've got C.J. Stroud. He's not afraid to throw it. Second in the NFL in touchdowns. Buckle up. There's football coming your way, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Bowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Here's Stroud. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And touchdown! Jamar Chase. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dragons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3-and-out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. When you look at this defense, they come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Micah Parsons, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he is down at the 48, a pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now Stroud. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Stroud looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead...
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Brock Bowers, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dragons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, now how about this return? A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts fumbles it. And this is picked up by the defense. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's good for
The give right side for Gibbs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibbs. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Now, this defense for the Eagles very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Brock Bowers with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dragons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stroud. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, when we talked about the NFL moving into the relocation game, most people assumed it would be London, maybe Mexico City. Now, this capital city was one of the dark horse candidates, but folks here have shown already that they are football mad. Trust us, you should have seen the scene walking in, and I think this entire country is already getting behind this football team. Stroud to throw it. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 2nd quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Throwing now is Stroud. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. And his kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Carter. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jalen Carter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Stroud out of the gun here. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be second and a couple.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line. Brown goes in motion left. From the gun, it's Hurts.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8.
They'll look to throw again.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And they can thank their defense for this one. They were set up with a short field following the turnover, but they took care of business as well, working their way down and finishing with a strong run into the end zone for their first touchdown of the game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make it 24-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A give to Robinson on the option.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Stroud. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Another run for Gibbs here.
Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Stroud. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10,
right at the 30.
He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
2 yards on the play. And an Eagle first down.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to throw. Stroud. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And he's had a lot of success throwing the ball here early. You see by the numbers, he's already up over 200 yards passing. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Looking to throw. Stroud.
That is caught.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He finds his man, complete. It's Pearson. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
I know that play went for no yardage, all right, but I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, whoever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher, so sometimes the element of surprise works in your favor, but on that play, give credit to the defensive guys.
Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on fourth.
Fourth down to give to Gibbs.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs with his fourth rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons are able to add on to their first half lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Yeah, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts. Quick throw to Barkley.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Here's Stroud.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Able to slither by. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And bulldozing his way through.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dragons offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold them.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. St. Brown making the catch on the out route.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
The partner still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, You don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Hand off now to Gibbs. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Stroud completes this out wide.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now run by Gibbs.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And Gibbs has it.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Stop short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
126 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's 2nd and 3. Stroud working out of the gun. Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's good for
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Dragons continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Escapes the defender.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. In motion left comes Brown.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running,
Hurts fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now Stroud.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
Well, the Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Hurts.
And his throw here is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He finds his man complete. It's Pearson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The 13 yards that time and a first.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Pass complete right side to Bowers.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Eagles' 14-yard line.
Gibbs on the toss left.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Stroud sets up the play action.
Fighting through pressure. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Dragons are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Aiden Hutchinson picks up his 2nd sack of the Hurts sets up to throw it.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Aiden Hutchinson
In there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw.
Aiden Hutchinson.
That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll go again with Gibbs.
Fights him off. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Stroud out of the gun here. He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Touchdown!
Jahmyr Gibbs.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Dragons add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Steps away to his left. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Brown goes in motion left.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
1st down, Eagles.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll set up to throw.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mark Andrews, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Elliott good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
And all the way in from a touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
68 yards.
and the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing is Hurts.
It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Back to throw again. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw.
Hurts fumbles it.
And the defense will get their hand through an opening, and there he goes. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
26-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Tokyo,
it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.